We are representing Goa Christian Federation on behalf of all the communal tranquility that has been provoked under the guise of departmental authorities. I want to say that most of the churches and Christian people all over Goa, they have been persecuted, they have been targeted unnecessarily. When we see some of the details in media, Facebook and everywhere, it's very that a pastor, a priest who's been religious, who's been transforming criminals into the good citizens. We being citizens of India, it should be like we have to treat the law in a very noble way. The Constitution of India provides us a very good democratic rights, fundamental rights to every citizen. When we are practicing, see, I'm not speaking only for Dominic or his community at large. Today, they are trying to terminate or persecute Pastor Dominic and his wife. Tomorrow, everybody will do the same thing. Are we trying to hit out the minority having elections to come forward or what? When we've gone through the records of Pastor Dominic and John, all those cases, it's very evident that there is not a single evidence that they have found about the conversion. They have, in fact, they are very much edifying people of the society. So we are here to request to present an agitation before the Honorable Collectorate of Goa, North Goa, that's Dr. Geetev, to request her with a humble submission that to please intervene into this situation and stop all these criminal conspiracies against Christian churches at large. Today we found that the person or the pastor who's been suggested by the authoritative person, SP police, to send it to Tadipar without realizing his holy nature, without understanding the sentiments of people. How it's very ridiculous. So we are asking with all humble requisition to the Honorable Collectorate of Goa to please intervene in this and stop agitation against our community, especially about this Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan, that is Pastor Joan or his wife. I would request the Honorable Collector to please cancel all those false complaints. They must see and verify what is the exact situation. They do not have any proper material against them. In fact, the High Court has already recommended them. Police have failed to submit the evidences. So I humbly request you, if you do not take it light, we will go for hunger strike. All over, before the collectorate and all over Goa and other parts of India. And you all would be responsible for all the consequences thereon. I'm not threatening it, but I'm trying to protest it before the public, and it is also a challenge to all people, not only Christians, all the minorities, that please be aware. Now this is the time to raise your voices against all the odds, against all these unlawful intervention of the police authority.
As Advocate Vikas had pointed out, the Honorable High Court, in no uncertain terms, but Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan had gone before the Honorable High Court to quash the unlawful Section 144. Even though time had passed, the Honorable High Court of Bombay at Goa, in a landmark judgment, had struck it down, had quashed the order of the collectorate at that time, stating that there was no material whatsoever in front of it. And unfortunately, history is repeating itself in blatant contempt of the order of the Honorable High Court. And despite all of that, you find people are brought from Tamil Nadu and from everywhere, and they are made to come and give false testimony. What you find is that in every one of these cases, Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan are exonerated. Why? Because these are all false cases. We all know it. We all know that this happens at the time of the election. And the sad part of it is that these anti-national fundamentalist elements who hate the Constitution of India, who do not respect the fact that we are a constitutional, democratic, secular republic, is trying to create divisions where none exist. And the Honorable High Court, in its landmark judgment, had stated very clearly that the fundamental right to preach, practice and propagate religion of Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan was being trampled on. And that's why, even though the time had already gone by beyond that order, they squashed that order, stating that these rights would not be trampled. And that is why it is our appeal to all citizens of a democratic, secular republic like ours to come together. Because today they'll come for one person, tomorrow they will come for you. It is the time now to stand up because we love our country. We believe in the Constitution of India, and all of these anti-national elements must be blotted out completely. It is they who are to be thrown out. It is they who have to have these proceedings. In fact, even with respect to this Tadipar that is being sought before by the Honorable SP, if you actually go through the Act, okay, the definitions given are that of a habitual offender. Habitual offenders and gangs are those who have been already convicted.
True.
You would think after so many false cases, at least one conviction would be there, but none exists because these are all false. And when the Honorable Court goes through them, time and time again, they find these are all just false, completely frivolous. It is the machinery of the state that is being blatantly misused. So it is our appeal to all the citizens of a free India who love our country and respect our constitution. Don't let these radical anti-national elements divide us in the name of religion. Let us all come together. Let us all unite. We are one people. We are one nation.
Absolutely. Yes.
And that is why it is very important that the Honorable Collector kindly listen to our submission and realize that just as that order was struck down because there was no material, even in this case, there is absolutely no material. We all believe in the law. We all believe in law and order. We are citizens who believe in our constitution and in our democracy. So it is our appeal to all citizens, let us come together. Let us not let these forces of hate, these right-wing terrorist outfits come and divide us. They hate the constitution. They hate what our country stands for. Let us all show them that we are not like Pakistan. That our country is the greatest country because of all of the freedoms that it gives to all of its citizens, including, very importantly, the right to preach, practice and propagate their religion.
Yes, true.
The unlawful orders of the previous collector had been struck down by the Honorable High Court.
So what assurance now collector had given?
We have to meet the collector now. The collector, we believe, is right now at the Secretariat.
Do you believe that any political motivation is there in this case?
See, I am here to speak about the legal aspects of it. I think the political aspects of it others can perhaps speak on. I'm only here to talk about what is the law, right? Because any person can talk in the air that this provision has to be enacted, that provision. Let us read the provisions, right?
Yes.
Go through the 1988 Act and see what are the provisions. Who are these people? Who are these habitual offenders? Who are these gang members? Is it anyone's case that this is a violent gang of people who commit robberies elsewhere? No. Everybody knows that he's a priest, he's a pastor. Everybody knows it is a church. Even the person who had gone went to their church. If you don't want to hear what they are saying, don't go there.
Transform criminals into noble citizens here in Goa. Many people there, they've been blessed. We have heard such a nice reports of him that he has been making people good, and nowhere people are going over there to change religion. And how can you say that with simply splashing of water they are going to change religion? It is so easy. Yeah, if compared to other religions like in India, you must come ahead with solid proof. What is it like now? And we all are there. We always go sit together to all Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Israel. So these efforts, whatever the conspiracy may be, right? We would request you humbly to stop it immediately. Not only Dominic, today there was some issue has come from Sankole about all these properties and all this. What is this? Why you are hitting at only Christians? Is it because they are people of peace? Is it you are hitting at because they are praying for the peace and the wealth of the nation? Please try to understand the dignity of the Constitution of India. We respect you all and we want to pray and bless our nation. Please, if you bless, I tell you, the God Almighty would certainly bless you all. That's what we believe. Whether your God and that God, it's not the time of discrimination. It's a time of respecting all humans. You see all everywhere. The price hikes are going on. Everything is people are worse. And at this time, at the frustration level of the citizens of India, when churches, people are praying and blessing them, I would request the community and the government to uphold the churches in peaceful manner.
See, no matter our religion, there is only one sacred text for all of us, and that is the Honorable Constitution. The Constitution stands above everything else, above all of our divisions. We are, at the end of the day, all of us Indian citizens. Now, we either believe in the Indian Constitution or we believe that it is a false document. And all the people who support the Pakistanization of India, you are all anti-national elements, and the law must take its own course with
Absolutely.
regard to you. But we stand for a secular, constitutional, democratic republic. We are all united. We come from different places, different homes. But at the end of the day, we are all Indian citizens with the same rights. Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan have those same rights just as you and I have. And today, if they come for their rights, be certain they will come for your rights as well. This is a very dire warning. That is all.
So I just want to know, then why the church is not supporting?
Actually, if you see the representation, we'll in fact give you a copy of that. It is from not just one community, one church. It is from the Catholic community, the Protestant community.
We all are together.
Different diverse
All
communities have come together. This is not one church. Because today they may be targeting Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan, but tomorrow they will come for everybody. And it's not just about Christians today, it is about each and every religion. All of this is happening only at the time of the election. You see, so many other problems are there. You have law and order problems elsewhere. But instead of catching real criminals, dacoits and thieves, this is what the machinery of the state is being misused for. See, all of these authorities, they are here appointed as per law to serve the people of India. We are not here as some beggars. We are the ones, it is we the people of India who have given ourselves this constitution.
Really?
And no authority can go beyond the law. So we appeal to all the authorities, support the law. We are not saying join us because we are right. We are saying join us because we stand for the law. And we will be vindicated as per the law. Go by the law, go by the constitution, and you will find that all of the people who are trying to go against it, they are the ones whom you have to throw out. You're trying to throw away law-abiding citizens. It is nobody's case that Pastor Dominic, Sister Joan, any of them are members of some violent gang. Right? You're going after priests, pastors. What sort of country do you see us becoming? We believe in the Constitution.
And more humiliation is that they're arresting this heart patient at night, 3:30 night, right? Without any investigation. Had somebody filed a complaint, what is the legal procedure? They would have at least gone through the complaint. They have studied it. They would have called for the Panchanama, and then we are there now. We are people of peaceful manners. So he would have surrendered. He will not run away from the city or the nation. Our home ministry is so tight, and especially about Pastor Dominic and Joan, we feel so sad. How could they fail to recognize, the fraudulent nature of the complaint? And that too, in the mass was going on, 31st night. We all people had gathered over there, and as I heard from different people, those who attended the church, that it was unexpected. Night time. Is it a robber or what? It's really humiliation.
Thousands of people who are members of that congregation. Are you all saying that they're all gangsters?
No, one last question.
They're all citizens of India.
Do the church recognize the five-pillar church?
Yes.
All of the churches have come together. This is not one church here. Right? If you see our representation,
See, that's what I say.
It is different churches coming together. Catholic, Protestant,
Yes.
all coming together. See, we may have our internal differences, but we are here under the Constitution. We all have the same right. No person can take away any right. Except
Now, I really appreciate your question about the definition. First, I will tell you the definition of the church. Lord Jesus Christ said that 2 or 3 shall gather in my name, I am in the midst. That is the church. Whether it is in garden or wherever they are, they don't need. But yeah, looking at the legal perspectives, he is registered. He is affiliated to a very good international organization, the Indian Registration Act. He is already registered under the Society Act. It is registered. That's what I say, we are very much Indian. We are not doing anything illegal since I have found all his documents and all. He is affiliated to Government of Goa Society, Registration Act. He is affiliated to some of the organizations from Maharashtra.
See, you asked about the church because we are not from the same church. We are all from different churches here. I'm not a member
This
of
is
Five
Goa
Pillars.
Christian Federation that includes all churches, Catholic, Pentecostal, believers, everyone.